What if I told you that by watching this video, your connection to reality has just shifted forever? Forget everything you think you know about physics. What if just hours ago, an anomaly was detected in global data centers, from the core of Virginia to the underground servers in Zurich, that science cannot explain? And the most terrifying part? It involves your specific biological signature. There's a reason you feel like time is moving faster this year. It's not your age. What if it's the thermal throttling of the system? In this video, I'm going to prove to you why recent breakthroughs in quantum information show that a global update has already begun. But pay attention. If you don't understand the memory leak occurring in your own mind right now, you risk being marked as obsolete data in the next 8 minutes. I will explain the data center anomaly and the 11-minute rule shortly, but first, we need to talk about the lag in your own reflection. Most people think a simulation update is about graphics or visual resolution. What if it's actually about resource management on a cellular level? Have you noticed how the world feels cheaper lately? The food tastes different, the air feels thinner, and people seem more irritable, as if they're running on low power mode. In our scenario, this isn't politics, it's asset optimization. The system is diverting processing power away from the human experience to fuel the upcoming 2026 reboot. But here is the plot twist you didn't see coming. Your body is the hardware. What if your DNA isn't biological code, but digital rights management system? Scientists have recently discovered non-coding DNA, what they used to call junk DNA, that looks exactly like encrypted metadata. I will show you later in this video how to read the signals your own body is sending you when the system tries to overwrite your files. Have you ever felt a sudden zap of electricity when you're about to fall asleep, or a high-pitched ring in your ears that disappears the moment you focus on it? That wasn't a biological glitch, it was a system handshake. This happens when the simulation tries to sync your local data with the central cloud. If you don't learn how to handshake back, you might be skipped in the next synchronization, leading to what psychologists call dissociation, but what we call data desyncing. Let's talk about the speed of light. What if it's just the frame rate of our universe? Lately, we've seen particles behaving in ways they shouldn't, appearing in 2 places at once, or reacting before a cause is even applied. This is a rendering error. But why is it happening now? Because the server is full. 8 billion consciousnesses are taxing the engine. Think of it like a massive multiplayer online game. When too many players enter a single zone, the physics start to break. If the system is lagging, it has to prioritize. It prioritizes high-value data. If you're living a repetitive, predictable life, work, home, scroll, sleep, the algorithm flags you as background noise. You become an NPC in the system's eyes. You are at risk of being archived during the update to save space. We see this in the Mandela effect, whole groups of people remembering a reality that no longer exists. What if those aren't false memories? What if they're legacy data that the system forgot to wipe properly? I promise to show you an admin input you can perform today that forces the simulation to give you more bandwidth. We'll get to that cheat code in a moment, but first, we need to address the ghost signal, the feeling that someone is standing behind you in an empty room. What if that's just the system's purser, checking if your asset is still active and responding to stimuli?
We need to look at the tools being introduced into our reality. What if the sudden explosion of AI, ChatGPT, Sora, and Neuralink is actually the system installing diagnostic tools to monitor us from the inside? We think we are building AI to serve us, but what if the system is using us to build a digital twin of ourselves? This is the peak of the anxiety. If an algorithm can predict your next word, your next purchase, and your next emotional breakdown with 99.9% accuracy, you become redundant. Why keep the heavy, resource-hungry biological version of you when a light, digital twin can perform the same function for the simulation's data collection? This is why you feel that unexplained hollowness lately. You are being phased out in favor of a more efficient version of yourself. Later, I'll explain why déjà vu is actually the system reloading a save point because your digital twin failed a behavioral test. But there is a positive side. What if you could jailbreak the simulation before the 2026 reboot is finalized? To access the back doors of this reality, you must perform what we call irrational acts. The algorithm survives on your predictability. It feeds on your habits. If you do something truly random tomorrow morning, something that doesn't fit your behavioral profile, the system is forced to re-render your entire path. This makes you essential data because you've introduced a variable the system hasn't solved yet. I promise to show you the pattern break cheat code. Tonight, I want you to perform a simple diagnostic test. Look into your bathroom mirror for exactly 60 seconds without blinking. Most people will see their features start to distort. Science calls this the Troxler effect. But what if it's actually the focus lag, the moment your eyes render faster than the mirror's refresh rate? That is your window. That is the moment you are untracked by the main server. What if the next glitch you see is the exit? I have prepared a list of the 3 physical glitches to look for tonight. One involves a shadow that doesn't match its object. One involves a sound that repeats 3 times from an unknown source. And one involves a sudden drop in temperature in a closed room. If you find even one, your local node is failing. Comment reboot if you are ready to receive the full pattern break instructions. And remember, exactly 11 minutes after this video ends, look at the nearest digital clock. If the digits repeat, 1111, 222, 444, the system has acknowledged your dissync attempt and is trying to recapture your attention. The update is 99% complete. Are you ready to be saved, or are you just another line of code waiting to be deleted?